Hello everyone, my name is April Morris and I'm a local artist in Windsor, Ontario, and I'm one of the arts educators at Artcite Inc. Today we're here with Imogen and we're going to learn about Artcite and what Artcite does and how the gallery here at Artcite is a space where artists come to share their work and their voices that are really important for us to hear. And Imogen's position here at Artcite is the program coordinator, and she's going to share a little bit about what she does and a little bit about the background of Artcite. So Imogen, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you, April, for having me involved in Artcite. Yeah, this is just like really exciting and cool, and I'm really happy to meet all of these like cool students and young people, albeit virtually.
Yeah. So tell us about who you are. Are you an artist yourself? And tell us about your position here. Yeah, we want to get to know who you are.
Again, I'm Imogen Clendinning. My position here is the programming coordinator. I'm also a digital artist by trade, and my work here involves connecting local artists with arts-based opportunities through the Artist Event Center, and also organizing exhibitions in this gallery space featuring contemporary artists from across Canada and also internationally.
Wow, that is amazing. What does that mean? Can you share with us, like, what does it mean to have an artist-run center? How is that different than another space?
Cool. Yeah. So, like, historically, artist-run centers were spaces that were organized and operated by a small group of contemporary artists, and they started kind of popping up in Canada around the mid-late 70s and then into the early 80s. Artcite was established in 1982, so we're almost 40 years old now.
Oh wow.
And the experience for Canadian artists was kind of like wanting an art gallery space where they had more agency than like the public gallery system over the work that was being shown, and being able to create exchanges across Ontario and across Canada. And also more of a focus on experimentation, really cutting edge contemporary art practice, and creating an incubator experience for the inception of new ideas and concepts associated with art practice.
Awesome. So the space then becomes a place where artists can kind of experiment with their ideas of what direction they want to go with their work and how they want to collaborate with each other.
Exactly, yeah. That's what makes my job especially interesting, I think, too, is that you get to have such interesting conversations with artists who are coming in from other places who are sort of still negotiating how they want to present their work and what they're trying to say and what they're trying to sort of how they're trying to connect with their audience too, and the viewer and the person who's coming into the gallery space. That's kind of my favorite part about the job.
Oh, I love that. That's great. So as a part of your role here, something that is really important is curator.
Yeah.
Could you let us know a little bit about what curating means and what you do as a curator? This is something that those of you might not know. What is a curator? What do they do? And it's a really important role in the gallery space. And we're going to learn a little bit more about it today. But could you explain a little bit about what that means?
Yeah. Curating is such an expansive field and can operate in so many different ways, and has sort of become a kind of artistic practice and a kind of creation in and of itself. But curating can boil down to making decisions and choices about placing one arts object next to another, or inviting in a different series of artists to participate in a larger project or body of work or exhibition. And curating can look like a net art exhibition with 50 different artists all putting their work onto one website. curating can look like inviting like 3 different musicians to work together to like produce one piece of music, or to like collaborate on like a concert or something like that. And curatorial work in gallery space can look like inviting several different artists or creative people who are thinking about a specific concept or theme, or there's something about like the look of their work that is speaking to each other, where one piece of work is kind of speaking to another piece, and then creating like a distinct conversation from that.
I love that. So it's like a way that you figure out how to have the artwork speak to one another and to the audience.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And then also kind of how different types of works of art that come from very different types of artists can come together as well.
Yeah, exactly. The field can be, thinking more about contrast as well. As I said, thinking about like visual cues and things like that, but then also thinking about identity, gender, race, politics, like all of these things, pardon me, can be like avenues of bringing work together to tackle like a specific subject or issue.
Okay, so it's also thinking about not just the artwork itself, but how to curate the ideas that the objects or the artwork symbolizes.
Yeah, intention, I think, is key, but that's not always the way that it works. Like, again, like curating could be so many different things. So it's going to be like interesting, kind of like talking about it and trying to like jam out and create like a curatorial experience here today, because it can be so many different things.
For sure. So thank you so much for explaining that to us today. Since it's something that is so different and can be done in so many different ways, it's great that we have that opportunity to hear from you and get that experience today. So thank you so much. So everybody, we're going to have an opportunity to go through a demonstration of what it's like to be a curator here at Artcite in the Gallery. And if you'd like to join us for that experience, please watch our part 2 of this video. Thank you.
Watch part 2.
Yay!